A vlogger is never late. We upload our vlogs exactly at the time we need to upload them. Actually, no, I am late. I am late with my vlog. As I'm recording this, it's Saturday night. I was planning on doing this vlog yesterday and having it edited for today, but adulting got in the way, and I'm doing this now. And I'm hoping when you see this, it will at least be later Saturday night or Sunday, sometime on Sunday. The fact that I'm able to get to this vlog at all, I think is amazing considering this is episode 6 of the Daphne Lage Studio slash EgoWorks art studio vlog, or Tales from 19 square feet, because that's how big the space that I occupy in this office is 19 square feet. Although for tax purposes, it's actually 130 square feet. This space that I'm in, that I reside and work in most of the time, can't be more than 19 square feet. So I'm sticking to that story. So hello again. Hello. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I am known for my furry fantasy adventure comic, Tall Tales, and my medieval fantasy drama comic, Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which is in its last 5 days on Kickstarter. So if you want to check that out before the campaign closes and pick up issue 9 of this 16 issue series, the link will be in the show notes. As a reminder to everybody watching, if you hear any weird noises in the background, it is because I share my 130 square feet of office space with a parrot and 2 parakeets, and they do whatever they want, especially when I'm trying to record a vlog. So again, this is episode 6. So it's been 6 weeks since I started doing this weekly vlog. The reason why I am doing these is to keep track of the amount of artwork that I do, just to keep kind of a record as to what I'm doing. And for this week, we've only been able to do 3 pieces of artwork. This week, like I said, adulting came in hard and strong this week. So I did do 2 more pages of Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, issue 10. Usually I double check the page numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's pages 12 and 13. I finished 1 more commission for House of Bob, which is my adult furry collection sketchbook Kickstarter. I really like the way this piece came out. It was originally supposed to be a digital piece, but I've been doing so much digital work because of the comic that I needed a break. And I asked the commissioner if I could do their piece with markers instead, to do it traditionally. And they agreed. They let me do it. And I couldn't be more thrilled with the results. I'm going to continue that trend with the last 2 commissions I have left for this campaign. I think that just doing them traditionally adds a little bit more oomph to the pieces. So I am 2 pieces away right now to closing out officially the campaign for House of Bob. But at the same time, it's like, I was very surprised at how much of kind of like a creative vacation these commissions felt. It was all traditional pieces. And I don't know, it was just different, something different for me to do, to break up. I don't want to say monotony, but When you're working on like 500 plus pages of comic book art digitally, doing traditional art once in a while is a very nice break from that. So that was pretty much all of the artwork that I was able to do. Well, this week, this week. I got my taxes done, which was nice. So at least that's out of the way. And hopefully, I'll be able to get my refund in a timely manner. At least I got it done. That's the most important thing. I'm also glad that I figured out a fix for recording my videos because I use a corded microphone instead of the trendy DJI mics that I'm not quite ready to invest in. I had to tape the wire to my gimbal easel stand thing that I have this camera on because of course, every time I move, it shakes the wire, which in turn shakes the camera. So I'm hoping this is a janky yet effective fix for that. And so far it seems to be working. So I'll find out in editing if I start seeing the camera shaking. So another thing that actually I finished, and it was part of the delay as to me doing my vlog. In the end, I just have to let go of the idea of having like every Friday, having video out exactly. It's like I figure as long as I do the vlog and get it out once a week, I'm still accomplishing what I'm setting out to do. Perfect is the enemy of good. Consistency is what counts more than perfection. So as long as I'm consistent with these videos, I'm going to call that a win. The one thing that was really like an issue for me, I'm a big proponent of everybody having a website and having a domain name that you control. I think that in this social media age of platforms, we've seen time and time again what happens when the control of a platform is out of your control. We go through all this effort to build an audience on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and the second the algorithm changes, all that effort can just go out the window through no fault of our own. And the thing is that it only reinforces, especially with what happened to Twitter, why it's important to have your own space online. But even if Facebook changes its algorithms, I mean, where it's like, oh, it's like if you have a link in your post that goes someplace else, like to your Kickstarter or to your website, they bury your post because the idea is that they don't want the audience to leave Facebook, which puts us in a very odd position as creatives on these platforms, but with a stunted ability to guide our audience to where they can purchase our work. In the end, it requires us to be on all these simultaneous platforms, building audiences on those platforms. And then it's like trying to figure out how are we going to coordinate all this? Because if the point of the algorithm is to keep our audience, well, their audience essentially, from leaving the platform, where does that leave us? Which caused me to really look at my website as to, in the end, what is the purpose of my website? I've consistently had a website, but like especially recently, I've been a little at a loss as to what exactly I expect from my website. Before it used to be, oh, that's where your audience goes. That's if anybody wants to see your stuff, they go to your website. if now everyone's being trained to stay on the platform of their choice, then what happens to a website? What becomes the purpose of a website? I think I finally figured out what exactly my expectation should be. I have to admit, I'm not the type of person who tracks anything on my website. So I actually have no idea how many visitors actually come to my website. I really don't keep track of any of that data. The main thing that about the website is that I have my webcomic up there. Or, I have Eagle Raven serializing on my website. I have Tall Tales serializing on its website. And it's like, okay, but if people are not staying on the website, if the website is not where everyone is going to stay on, which is the reason why I also have my series serializing on Webtoons. Now I have everything serializing on Global Comics. Actually, on Global Comics, it's not serializing. You can just buy the downloads. I have all these platforms that I have my work on. If my website has to serve a purpose, the thing it has to be is it has to be a hub for all my social media. If you get my business card, say at a convention, and it takes you to my website, you have a choice to stay on the website. However, I give you all the options to go to the platform you're most likely to hang out on. Because I want you to see my artwork, but I also know it needs to be convenient for you, the audience, to see my artwork. Right now, I do have this is my website as I finished it several hours ago. Actually, I was just still tinkering with it before I did the video. Now, the differences are actually kind of minor. I knew my website needed a revamp, but I didn't want to completely redo it. I was not really in the mood for that. I didn't want to take down this website. I've lost a lot of the knowledge on how to produce websites while still having the old one up and all the technical details of that. I used to be a lot better at this. So the other goal that I had is that not only did my website have to be a social media hub, I wanted a website that needed minimal updates without looking abandoned. So in the end, what I did was I just cleaned up my website. Honestly, even though the layout is, nothing fancy, it's not the whatever HTML web 2.0, whatever the heck they're calling, all the fancy schmancy stuff that's optimized for mobile, or it's like, look, it's still my same website, because in the end, I am still expecting you to go to your platform of choice. I'm actually not expecting you to stay on my website. And I give you all the options to do that. So we have a minimal menu at the top. We have the home, my about, my portfolio, a direct link to Eagle Raven, which is it's a redundant link because I've now updated it. So everything is on the front page. You can watch my live streams as they're live if you want. I have my con schedule, my sign up for my newsletter if you want to get updates in your email, and I have a direct contact form if you just want to send a message to me. The main changeable update thing that the website is going to have is that these banners are going to change every main Kickstarter. Also, I wanted to make sure that the updated comic, which updates automatically, by the way, so every day it updates to a new page. So that's front and center on the website. Everything dealing with the webcomic, with the comic is on the front page. So everything's there. You can click on any issue, go to the issue to read it. The information about the book is there. And of course, as you can see, all my links to my social media is right here. Whatever platform you prefer to follow me on, you now have an easy choice, easy access to it on my website. And of course, it has the link to Tall Tales. I have a very blatant link to my store. Like if we click on it, it's kind of like a redundant version of my website. It's like where I'm talking about like, oh, here's a link to my Kickstarter. But you can buy Eager Raven. Oh, here's a link to Webtoons if you want to watch it there. Here's a link to my Substack where the novelization is being serialized. Oh, here's Tall Tales. Here's all the stuff you can buy from Tall Tales. Again, Webtoons. Oh, you want digital comics? That's on Global Comics. So no matter where you go, you're going to come across all my links to all the platforms that I'm on, that one of them is going to be your preference. So I did the same thing with Tall Tales right here, except this time instead of Kickstarters, there's a big link to Global Comics. Again, it has the updated webcomic, and then all the issues that you can read directly on the website if you do want to stay on the website. But again, you can read it on Global Comics, you can go to Webtoons, all the links are right here as well. I'm happy with the way this came out. I tried to keep it easy for me to update when I have to. Why duplicate platforms when I could just send you to the platforms? Why do a blog on my website when I could just send you to Substack? I do have the webcomic, but that's the point of the website, to host it. So that's the main focus. My artwork is the main focus. So, but if you want to read it on Webtoons, read it on Webtoons. If you want to read it on Global Comics, you have that too. You can go to my Fur Affinity account if there's not enough furry artwork in my portfolio section. You can go to Kara, you can go to Blue Sky, you can go to Facebook. No matter what, the website's going to lead you there. I'm not worried about my website anymore. I was a little concerned for a while whenever I gave out business cards, but I was like, oh, the website's kind of janky. Is that, like, does it really represent me, and all that? Now I have no problem. I have no problem with it. I can now send people to my website with a clear conscience that it's not messy, it's organized. They can find everything that they need. It represents the work that I do rather well, along with being convenient for the audience. So it took me a while to figure all that out, only for the solution to be simpler than I expected. So tell me in the comments, what is it about a website that attracts you to it, that makes you stay on it? Do you actually look for creator websites? Is there anything special or specific that you expect that I don't know, that you're looking for, that makes you go there, that makes you shop there, that makes you read there? Would you rather follow creators on their social medias? If they have a Facebook, you're good. If you have an Instagram, they're good. That a website maybe is not really that necessary for you, that it truly is just a hub for you to find out what their Facebook account is. So that's it for me. And if you did watch it to the end, what's today's emoji? Today's emoji, in honor of the World Wide Web, put a little globe in the in the comments section. So a little globe for all this website talk. So if you would like to learn more about me and my artwork and my campaigns and everything, you can follow me at my website at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my social media and then some on the website. I do mostly post to Facebook if you're wondering which platform I use the most. You can also catch me here on YouTube. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever any of my new videos go up. And remember that Ego Raven is in its last 5 days on Kickstarter. So if you want to pick up this series, especially after reading it for free on my website, you can head on over to Kickstarter in the link in the show notes below. Thank you so much again, and I will see you next time.